this is Stephanie, and again you've made your way back to my channel, Saving with Stephanie J. Well, the weather here in North Georgia is a little chilly. Let's see, right now it's 55 degrees with the high of 57 and the low of 30. So we are starting to get some cooler weathers, those 70 degree days. We may get some more of them. You never know. Here in North Georgia, we could get snow, rain, monsoon. You know, we could all have 4 seasons in 1 week. I mean, we could do it. So I thought, let's go downstairs and make some chili. Chili is good for the cold weather nights, and it freezes good, stays in the refrigerator good. So it's one of those things that usually you have things in your cabinet and refrigerator that can make chili, so you don't have to go out and buy other things. You know what I mean? Hate going to the store, and I'm a couponer. All right, here we go. All right, let's get going here and turn on the let's put everything in here. Let me get the hamburger meat. Alrighty, let's get going here. I have got a pound of hamburger meat. I defrosted that in the refrigerator last night. Come out of the package, boy. There we go. Whoops. A little bit more left in there. There we go. Kind of clean as I go. And I've got the oven on, or the stove I on. Now, I have got an old chili recipe. It's probably about 20, almost 30 years old, but chili's chili. But this is one of the things that my family used to love, and we would eat it together at cookouts quite often. But it makes a huge amount because you put in like 4 or 5 cans of beans, different kinds of beans, and so that is just way too much for me. So while I get this going, let me grab out some bacon, because we're going to do some bacon at the same time. Hang on. Alright, I like to do, I'm a bacon lover, and so I don't mind putting a little extra bacon in there. There you go. I guess I just decided that I was going to slice my finger clean open with that. Let's break this hamburger meat up. Start it cooking. Getting brown. Get it going. At least get it started while I'm doing the other. Okay, let's get going here and chop up some bacon. Let me grab some scissors because I don't want to whack my finger again. Hang on. I have to go upstairs and get a Band-Aid. Got a little bit too happy with that. And as far as the bacon, I'm going to take out looks like about 5 pieces, and this is the thick bacon, but I like bacon, and I am just going to chop this small. See, I'm being very careful now that I've already poked through my finger. I don't want to get my Band-Aid dirty with bacon ickies. So that's kind of why I'm doing my hand like this. There. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take the bacon pieces, and I just scooted the hamburger meat itself over so we can get 2 things done at one time. And I'm going to sprinkle in this said yummy bacon. Oops, come on, Steph. I'm just going to pull it apart right like that so it don't get all clumped up in there. If it does get all clumped up in there, it will still be good. It just won't be quite as crispy. Watch this. I think we can do it this way. You can just give it one of these, break it apart with a spoon as it cooks up. That will get nice and brown. And the meat can do the same thing at the same time. Now let's start with Mr. Onion. Okay, now I like onions. Let's work on said onion. Woo! Pull the paper off, Mr. Onion. Hang on. This is a very sharp knife. Brand new. Just getting everything out of the way. Let's get this peeled. Like I say, I'm kind of having to do this funny because I've got that Band-Aid on. And I don't want Band-Aid to touch anything. And I've just got me a bowl of scraps over here to start doing my bacon and my onions. Let's do this, and then watch this. We'll do this and then we'll rinse that off. I think that's a better idea. I think that's a better idea. Let me go over to said garbage can and get rid of the papers. Hang on. Since this is just for me, I like bacon, I like onions. You can do it however you want to do it. So just proceed. Let's see. This is hard to do with a doggone Band-Aid on your finger. But we're making good time of it. I should be using more of a paring knife than a chef's knife, but this will do fine. Watch this. An onion cooks down. And so, I don't care that it's in big pieces. Don't care a bit. Let's see if I get that last piece. Watch this. We can do this. Band-Aid and all. Just trying to be easy and not get. Watch this. Let's do something different. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm gonna say I don't mind the big pieces because I like onion. Do not do this. You will cut yourself like I have already demonstrated. Now let's add that to the pot. Ooh, my eyes are starting to tear. Onion overboard. Get back in there. Now I'm going to just start breaking all of this apart. Alright, let's just start breaking all this apart. Remember we got that bacon in there. I'm just going to go ahead and let it all stir. Tell you what, let's put on a mitt while we've got a hold of this pan that I'm holding. Wondering if this is going to be a big enough little Dutch oven. Now your onions are going to let off some liquid. Your meat, your hamburger meat is going to let off some grease, and your bacon is going to let off some grease. So here in a little bit, when we get this browned up a little bit better, I will drain it all because we don't want greasy bacon. I mean greasy chili. Yuck. Alrighty, let's. I have already drained the grease. Ooh, did one go overboard? Nope. Okay, let's start adding some fun stuff. What do you say? I am going with about a half a teaspoon, maybe a half, of garlic. I like garlic. I am going with some chili powder. Let's go with the 1/4 a teaspoon. Let's just start out with that, but it's kind of a pretty good teaspoon. Look at my new measuring things. They're gnomes. How cute is that? Okay, that was the chili powder. Let's go with a good amount of black pepper. The other night I cleaned out my spice cabinet and now I can't find my regular black pepper, and I'm like, uh-oh. Surely I didn't throw it away. There we go. Let's do just a little salt. We're going to kind of salt as we go. There we go. That's maybe about a half teaspoon. Now we're going to put in a little thing of tomato sauce. This is with the roasted garlic. This is the small can, and it looks like 3 ounces. You know, I can't see anything. Okay, let's get this in there. There we go. Still watching that finger. Don't want tomato sauce on the finger, and then everybody will think, oh my gosh, you're bleeding to death. No, it's tomato sauce. It'd kind of be funny though. And notice I said that this is my chili. I like mushrooms. Now y'all are going to go, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Mushrooms and chili? Uh-huh. A whole little pack of the cut up mushrooms. And start to stir and put back on Mr. Glove, because that right there is hot. I'm used to having a pan that has got a side to it that you can hold on to it that's not hot. So other than cutting myself, I don't want to burn myself. Okay, just getting everything stirred together a little bit. When I start adding the liquid, it'll come together a little bit quicker and easier. Prop that right there. Now I'm going to use a can of pinto beans. Yum. Not going to drain any of the juice. Come on, Steph. Let's not cut your hand again. Get out all the little straggly beans that tried to stay in the can and not be eaten. We're going to do a thing of tomato paste. And this tomato paste is 6 ounces. Tell you what, we're going to start with 3. I'm going to start with 3. I'm not a big tomatoey person. I'll probably wind up adding the rest of that, but maybe not. That's one thing about cooking. You got to just do it and try. Taste it, see if you like it. A recipe is just an idea. Now I'm going to do with a can of chili beans. This is 15 ounce. not going to drain that in either. There we go with that. Okay, so far as canned stuff, that is 15 ounces of chili beans. I think this is 6 ounces of tomato sauce and a can of pinto beans, and the pinto beans is a 16 ounce. A thing of mushrooms. Now I'm going to turn this down because I had it to like, oh my Lord, hot. And remember, I only used half of this tomato paste. So let's just see kind of how it tastes here. I'll tell you what, let's go with the spoon. A little bit easier to stir from the bottom. Even though this is cast iron, things do stick. It's supposed to be non-stick, but anything can stick. Y'all know that. Look at that. That is a big old pot of chili. Oh, I'm jumping board. All right. Let's put the lid on this bad boy. It's turned down. And I'll catch y'all here in a minute. All right. I think instead of making cornbread, I'm going to make some of this Texas toast because I have it in the freezer, and so I want to go ahead and get rid of it. There's only 4 pieces of it. So I'll turn my my oven on. Give it a little bit to heat up. Let's go ahead and throw it in there. Let's go ahead and throw it in there. As it says, it cooks for about 5 to 8 minutes. So let's set the timer for 10 minutes because it's still hot and it's only at 100 degrees right now. I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right, you ready? I turned it off just a hair bit ago. It's still got a lot of heat to it. A lot of heat in it because remember, this is cast iron. And so, see, look at the heat. It's still hotter than a firecracker. Okay. See how it's thickened up just a little bit? Let me pull it over here so you can see a little bit better. Look at that. Uh-oh. Now some just got on the eye. Quit jumping. Okay. Look at that. Now that is some excellent chili. What you think? Hmm?